Hey, it's Pigeon Bricks, and today we will be looking at all of the upcoming Summer Wave LEGO Star Wars sets that have been rumored. So, jumping straight into it, first up is the UCS Republic Gunship with 3,292 pieces, and it will be costing $350. The rumored minifigures for the set will be Mace Windu and the Red Clone Captain. But to be quite honest, this minifigure selection seems really disappointing and lackluster since we as LEGO fans voted on LEGO's voting system for the minifigures for this set to be Jedi Bob and Phase 2 Cody, which both of them seemingly are not going to be in this set, even though just remember this is not final information, just rumors, but still, really weird and disappointing to see. I mean, at least a pilot for the Republic Gunship would have been nice. I think that would have been the bare minimum, but for whatever reason, we're not even getting that. We're getting two more or less random figures for this set, which is just really disappointing, especially for a UCS set. But anyways, next up on this list, we have the Duel on Mandalore Ahsoka versus Darth Maul set, which is going to be retailing for $20, so it's the cheapest set of the bunch. And this set will be containing the vault, which Darth Maul is captured in, and also the actual throne of Mandalore. And of course, the minifigures of the set are going to be Ahsoka and Darth Maul as expected. So next up is the Advent Calendar set of 2021, and in this case, it's actually supposedly, for the first time ever, going to be having one overarching theme of the Mandalorian, so that's really interesting to see. We've never had this before. Before there was always just a mishmash of figures and builds from different movies or shows, but this time, supposedly, it's going to be all Mandalorian focused, so that I think is really cool. A nice fresh breath of air for the advent calendars with a bunch of builds and minifigures just from the Mandalorian. And this set, of course, is going to be retailing for $40 as per usual for these advent calendars. And next up, we have the Slave 1, which is going to have 592 pieces and is retailing for $50. And this version of the Slave 1 is basically just a downsized version of the 2020 Slave 1, so just think of it as something in between that and the one that we have gotten in the Cloud City set. Next up is the Imperial Troop Transport, which is going to be retailing for $40. And this one is also based off of the Mandalorian show, so expect the minifigures to be something like 2 Stormtroopers, Grief Karga, and 1 Mortar Trooper with hopefully his mortar included. Next up on the list, we have the Mandalorian Starfighter with, we do not know the piece count of, but 3 minifigures and be retailing for $60. And the design of the Starfighter will apparently have some more blue integrated into it as opposed to the 2012 version, which has just had some blue accents and more of the white. Moving on to the Imperial Light Cruiser of Moff Gideon from the Mandalorian show, this set will be retailing for $160 with the minifigures of the child, or Grogu, the Mandalorian in his Beskar armor, of course, Moff Gideon with his Darksaber, supposedly, or hopefully, Cara Dune, an Imperial officer, and a Stormtrooper. But there's also going to be one more kind of mystery figure in this set, but I would assume this to be a Dark Trooper, which is really exciting to get this Dark Trooper in this set. Hopefully we will, because, it does appear in this set essentially in the show, and that would be really awesome to see a Dark Trooper finally in LEGO form. The next set on the list is going to be the UCS 8080, which is going to be retailing for a whopping $800 with a piece count of 6,782 pieces. And this set is apparently going to be having the same minifigure selection as the 2020 8080 playset, which is kind of weird to see. I mean, you got some nice minifigures, so that is nice. You know, a couple of minifigures here, a Luke Skywalker, a bunch of snowtroopers and pilots. So it is really cool which minifigures we're getting. However, I don't really understand why you would go for the exact same minifigures as you already had a year before in a much more accessible set. So that I think is kind of disappointing. However, at least it's not as bad as with the gunship, where it is only coming with 2 minifigures, which we didn't even want. And rounding out the list, we have Vader's Meditation Chamber with 3 minifigures, being the Stormtrooper, Admiral Piet, and of course Darth Vader. This set also will, of course, be having a arm mechanism at the top to hold and take off Vader's top part of the helmet. And if you didn't know, Darth Vader, the new minifigure of Darth Vader, has basically a 2-piece helmet, so that basically allows it to take off one part of it, and then you can see the revealed face underneath. And finally, to wrap up this video, those were all of the rumors that I have prepared for you. So, if you enjoyed this video, a sub and a like would be greatly appreciated, and thanks for watching.